I think that for any racer, if your heart is not in it, if you're not having fun, at the end of the day, if it feels like a job and it's kicking you in the butt every morning, waking up and, oh man, I got to get on a mountain bike. I got to get out on the road bike. I got to get out to the track. If you get to that point, then maybe it's time to start looking at yourself in the mirror and think about hanging up the boots, because remember why you joined and got into motocross. It wasn't about winning Loretta's titles, pro motocross championships. It was about having fun on your dirt bike and really riding for that passion, enjoyment, the love that you had for it. Those are the things that matter. And if you can be successful with motocross, great. But if you can have fun with what you're doing and be successful, that is what I consider to be a very lasting and great career, is seeing those guys who love what they do, but also have been very successful at what they do. Guys like Travis, other guys in motorsports. I watch a lot of Formula One. So Lewis Hamilton, very successful and accomplished racer, what he's been doing and still doing it. Tom Brady at 45 years old, 7 championships, still out to prove something, loves what he does every day. If you love what you do every day, stay in it. But if you don't love it, think about getting out. It's about putting your emphasis into the journey. And I think that more people really have to understand that it's the journey in the process that we need to fall in love with. The result only lasts for seconds, minutes, hours, and then ultimately you're back into the journey of, okay, what's the next step? What's the next goal? Are we going for the next championship? The guys who can transition out of that very easily, the greats like what we talked about, Ricky, Brady, Michael Jordan, those guys have been successful, have achieved it at the highest level, have won, but have ultimately transitioned onto the next thing relatively quick. And their ability to do that is what's defined them as being the greats, because they don't rest upon their laurels. They don't lie into the moment. It's, I'm successful, I've achieved, let me enjoy the process, the training, the grueling days of trying to achieve my goals, celebrate, and then ultimately be back on that journey again. I think we need to appreciate the journey much more than what we do.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like that's talked about a lot, and it doesn't sink in, at least for me. Like, I used to race mountain bikes and everything, every discipline of cycling, and just that journey. I've heard motivational speakers like Anki Johnson, a great football player and a motivational speaker now. And he always said that, and like, I always understood that, but just like, I was never enjoyed it. Like, always, okay, on race day, all eyes on that, and just trying to get through the week and try to grit out whatever miles or training I had to do, and then have that be taken away from me, then to be able to have the opportunity to do it again, and just to see how much the journey, like, whatever sport you're doing, just you have to kind of be in love with the journey. And it's, like what you're saying, almost more than the end result, where just, and that's another thing that's really hard to describe as well, but it's 100% true.
I want to speak to any young motocross racers out there who are listening, who are going through the amateur ranks. It goes by so fast. And a lot of the times you don't even know how fast it's going by. But enjoy the journey, enjoy the long, grueling hours of training, whether that's on your mountain bike, in the gym, out on the hot summer days, on the turn track. Enjoy that process, because there's going to come a day where that's going to end. Hopefully you can achieve your dreams and reach the top stage of pro motocross. And I wish that upon every racer, just like all the racers that are in pro motocross now. Go get your dreams, crush it. I wish the best for everyone. And the same to the amateur motocross racers. I hope everybody can be a pro motocross racer if they have that opportunity.